The book written by Barbara Kingsolver, The Bean Trees, one can see many themes present throughout the book. A crucial theme that can be seen is substories. These substories are significant because they give context and different perspectives. These substories in The Bean Trees are the pieces that complete the puzzle. Without the substories coming in to give context, the reader would be lost and would misinterpret important scenarios. Join me on this journey of understanding the substories in Barbara Kingsolver's The Bean Trees.
Torlita, let me tell you a story. If you go visit hell, you will see a room like this in the kitchen. There is a pot of delicious stew on the table with the most delicate aroma you can imagine. All around, people sit like us, only they are dying of starvation. They are gibbering and jabbering, but they cannot get a bite of this wonderful stew God made for them. They are starving because they only have spoons with very long handles. They cannot put the food in their mouths. Now, you can go and visit heaven. What? You see a room like the first one? The same table, the same pot of stew, the same spoons, but these people are happy and fat.
Real fat, or do you just mean well fed?
Just well fed, perfectly, magnificently well fed, and very happy. Why do you think?
Esteban shares with Luann the figurative difference between heaven and hell. The substory helps the reader understand the meaning of the chapter title. The substory is placed here because Taylor is having a meal with Esteban, Esperanza, Maddie, Virgie May, and Edna. While this meal is happening, Turtle attempts to use chopsticks. Turtle manages to pick up a piece of pineapple but struggles to put it in her mouth. The piece of pineapple drops on the ground and Esteban lays her on his lap to tell her this wild Indian story. In this clip, Sandy is working at the Burger Derby while her child is left to supervise playing in the mall. This clip portrays the difficulty and unfairness that single mothers have to deal with throughout the book. Hardship and single motherhood are themes that are shown intertwined for single mothers like Sandy and Taylor. This is a parallel to Taylor's situation with her child Turtle. Taylor also has to leave Turtle in the mall when working at the Burger Derby. Taylor gets into an argument with her boss and results in her getting her fired. Taylor is once again left as a single mother trying to provide for herself and Turtle.
When I was a child, I had a set of paper dolls. They were called the Family of Dolls, and each of them had a name written on the cardboard base written under their feet. The names were Mom, Dad, Sis, and Junior. I played with these dolls in a desperate, loving way until their paper arms and heads disintegrated. I loved them in spite of the fact that their tight-knit little circle was as far beyond my reach as the football players and cheerleaders' circle would be in later years. But that night, I looked at the four of us there on the sofa and my heart hurt. And I thought, in a different world, we could have been the Family of Dolls.
This clip portrays Taylor reverting back to her early memories as a kid, when life used to be easy and simple. Taylor realizes growing up requires change, which is hard and complicated, especially as a singer mother with no clarity for the future. As shown throughout the visuals, these sub-stories are significant because they contribute something small but notable throughout the book. Ultimately, this affects Taylor's and Turtle's future.